Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is September 20th of 2022. I've been, let's see. Oh, my son is home from the hospital. He got home today. Um, I've been moving stuff around in this room. It actually looks much better. Um, I think this camera here gives you a little bit of a better idea. The shelf that you see there, that shelf was back here behind my chair along this wall. And I moved some other stuff. Of course, there's a tremendous amount of stuff on my bed because I have to take stuff. It's just, but I've organized it a little bit, a little bit better. So it's interesting. A Texas sheriff has announced an investigation into the governor of Texas, Abbott, sending people to immigrants or people who are applying, or want to apply to live in the United States. Anyway, the governor sent a couple plane loads to Martha Vineyard, Massachusetts, an island, by the way, apparently. And the sheriff is investigating it here in Texas, and there's other investigations going on. The governor had, one, he had no permission from the state, legislature or whatever, to spend the amount of money that he did. But that'll be taken care of, and that'll be covered up or whatever. But there's also things like, kidnapping and moving people who should have been or maybe were under, that the federal government was dealing with them because they crossed the border, and paperwork was supposed to be done, all kinds of things. So, but anyway, it's surprising that oh no, wait a minute, no, that the one on the money was the governor of Florida. I'm getting these cases mixed up. And then, of course, also the governor of Texas. The governor of Texas, he sent the people. No, he did not send the people to Martha. The governor of Texas sent the people by bus, really nice buses, and I forget what it cost. I think it was it $30,000 per trip? They were really nice buses. I've never been on a bus that nice. So that's what the governor of Texas did. It's total political bullshit and grandstanding, and you'd hope that, I live in Texas, by the way, you would hope that the people of the state, the state of Texas, the state of Alabama, or not Alabama, the state of, maybe I shouldn't have started a YouTube video at 2 a.m. in the morning, but it's being investigated in both states. There's investigations going on. I think the most serious ones are in Florida, and because those people, they went by airplane, and everything about it is, they were told lies to get them to do it, and then when they didn't fly directly from Florida to Martha's Vineyard. They moved them around through several states. They flew to a state, and I don't know what was going on. The whole thing. And it looks like the investigation, and there's a mysterious lady involved in the Florida thing. And so that's being looked into. Who was this lady, and where was she getting her money? What kind of, how much kickback was she? And it's just a whole, what is it, always look at the money or something? then these things of, the various states, the Republican people were let into the election offices and given access, secretly. They were let in secretly and given access to who knows what, the machines, the records, all this kind of stuff, just stuff that should not be happening. I hope we can get these problems worked out. It's just, everything seems like it's going to hell, things that shouldn't have happened and things really that haven't happened in the past, are now happening, and you get hit with it every day. Let's see. Okay, here's Florida. DeSantis immigrant flights point towards an ominous future of red and blue conflict. I tell you, Martha's Vineyard, which is a rich area in the United States, and they had no infrastructure there really for handling anything like this. And the governor of Florida, sent these people up there, and the people there on that little community got together and did the right things. Welcomed these people in, got them food, got them diapers, got them whatever they needed, and took care. Did everything. And I guess the governor of Alabama thought that they'd be sent up there and things would go differently, that the governor of Massachusetts or whatever would say, "Oh my God, this is just terrible. We're getting all these terrible people here," whatever. No, that didn't happen. They hugged them and they welcomed them and they got them everything, helped them every which way they could. So, kind of surprising because I'm not against rich people. I'd like to be a rich person. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. That's an attempted humor, but let's see what else is going on. See, 1,700 immigrant children see hope in the nation's largest school system. I thought I misread that because there's a story someplace else that our elementary schools here in the United States, some of them, entire districts or whatever, are in horrible, horrible shape. Cockroaches, leaks, everything in these schools. The governors don't want to spend money. Well, the Republicans, do not want to spend money. And they supposedly care about, a fetus, an unborn fetus. But as soon as a baby pops out, the Republicans don't care one goddamn thing about the child, the baby, the child, the infant, whatever. They don't care. So what they're doing is, grandstanding and lying or whatever. Or else that would be different, if they said, okay, we are, we're the life party and we believe in babies and all this kind of stuff. And then if they followed through, like other groups of people do, like Mormons and different people that actually have a religion and actually, believe in their religion or whatever. It's just politics with the Republicans. And the fact that I've totally given up on with the election. Well, the election of Trump, did it. I thought, okay, when Trump ran the first time and won, I thought, and it was close. Everybody knew the election was going to be close. But I thought, well, there's no way, and of course I'm a Democrat, and I would have to vote, I mean, I'd have to vote Democrat, and there's no way I could ever vote for any man like Donald Trump. Nobody else should be able to. I don't mean be forbidden. I mean, whatever is in you, there's something wrong if you voted for, Donald Trump. But I didn't think that he would win, even though it was very close, because I thought the born-again Christian people, I thought, okay, they're not going to vote for a Democrat. They can't bring themselves to vote for a Democrat because of abortion and other stuff that they'd heard, I figured the pro-gun people, yeah, they could vote for anybody, just all they care about is guns. But I thought the born-again Christian people, well, I just thought there's no way that those people, good Christian people, I've worked with those people, and they're good people, but I wash my hands of them now. They're not, what, how could, and I didn't think that they could, I just didn't think they could do it. So I thought, well, either they'll stay home, or they'll go and just not vote the president. I didn't think there was any way that they would vote for Donald Trump. I was wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, that's it with them. I don't want to hear anything about, about their beliefs or anything, anything else. Over the years, I worked a midnight shift. I don't know how. When I was a welder, I worked a midnight shift. I worked hospital security probably most of the time, the midnight shift and all that type of stuff. And I would get, so I'd be sleeping during the daytime. I'd come home and I'd go immediately to bed and sleep. Other people I worked, there was a girlfriend I had for about a year. She worked at the same hospital that I did. We really were not compatible, because she came home in the morning and then she stayed up all day, and then she went to bed, I don't know at what time, and then when she slept 5 hours, 6, whatever it was, she woke up and then she had to go right to work. I came home and went right to bed. That was my thing, so it was difficult, but how did I get on that subject? Anyway, Brad Pitt makes his debut as a sculptor in a Finland exhibition. Here's somebody, Canada David, pro surfer and skateboarder, dies at 24 after seizure while surfing. Pro star takes hard fall during St. Louis performance. Woman injured when the patrol car she was placed in was struck by a train. Oh my God. The police officer or officers must have parked their patrol car on a track, and then they were out of the car, I guess, and gathering information or doing something. Wow. Lady Gaga breaks down in tears after abruptly stopping concert in Miami. I don't know what's going on there. A California woman who faked her own kidnapping sentenced to 18 months in prison. Oh, okay, here. Okay, I think I might have already showed that, but this is an aircraft that crashed very close to here, very close. I was sleeping. I didn't hear anything. I'm not sure. There's a fire station uh, right next to this apartment complex, just very close. And I didn't hear anything, but here's a video showing this U.S. military jet that was flying to what used to be Carswell Air Force Base, but now is a reserve training base. So the Air Force, Marines, and Navy, they fly out of that base. And this aircraft was heading for it. In fact, you can see from the video, you can see the runways, and a bird flies into the jet, and the jet was, the pilot and the trainer and a student, and the plane went down really quick. Let's see here. See if I can get it full screen here. Okay, they're just throwing it, they both ejected, and the teacher, they both ejected. The student hit some power lines, and they're both, I think, still in the hospital. But it sounds like the student got the worst of the situation. And I've heard some other people discussing this that know about military aircraft and stuff. I know about aircraft and stuff like that. And sometimes there's been a lot of times, not just in the United States, I'm sure in other countries too, that a pilot will not eject from the aircraft and make sure it didn't. I can hear in the United States someplace, I forget, there was a military aircraft or whatever, and it was going down, and it was heading right for a school and a playground, and there was also, and the pilot, he sacrificed himself. He steered it so that it missed, and saved, I'm sure, the lives of a whole bunch of kids and other people. So that happens. I'm not saying that should have happened with this thing here, but anyway, people are saying that this aircraft, and I don't know aircraft, that when it doesn't have big wings or something, and so it doesn't have the lift or something. That when this happened, the thing was going down, and there was nothing that the pilot, could do. I'm sure about it, except what happened. So. Okay, let me go back. Oops. Come over here, go back. By the way, it looks like the sync has been working okay, but you're not seeing my lead-in. Oh, I could do that now. Okay. But if I edit it on to the beginning of the video, there'd be some processing done by the editor, and I think that might introduce the, so let me play my, let me go, let's see here, go over here. Okay. So I'm not sure. I've got other editors. I just, I've got a whole bunch of editors. I paid for too many of them. And I've got one, I forget which one it is, that, oh my God, years and years and years ago, I paid for it. And then I moved on to other things. And then I found it many years later. And it was a product they had a whole bunch of products. And anyway, they actually stand by their thing. You buy it and free upgrades and everything. So I found it, and it had a bunch of upgrades that had been made years ago. And anyway, I downloaded it, and it works. And I think that I might be able to use it, and it wouldn't. But I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I hate it when the audio's out of sync. Let's see. Okay, how long have I been? 21 minutes. That's a good time for me to bail out of here. I think I told you everything I wanted to tell you. My son's home from the hospital. We've got our fingers crossed. I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching.